Cut the trust closing in. Here's to someone I can depend on. Yes, seen from above, I am convinced.
Hey y'all, I'm working Raquel and welcome back to my channel. And if you haven't been here before, then welcome. So today is a different kind of video. Y'all know I normally don't do sit down videos, but I just felt really called to do this video. I felt it was on my heart and I really felt like I needed to do it. There was one girl that told me that she would want me to do like a video about like anxiety and depression. I did end up doing a TikTok about it, but I never ended up making the YouTube video. So now that I have some time on my hands, because y'all ended up quitting my summer job, which is a whole nother thing, but now that I have time on my hands, I just wanted to come and sit down with y'all and to really talk about my anxiety, my depression, and how I'm overcoming it and how the process was for me, and just kind of just talk. This is kind of just gonna be like a therapy session for real. Like, we just gonna talk about it because, you know, it's so complex, and with mental illnesses and disorders, it's so complex. Like, there's not like one simple cure to anxiety or depression or PTSD or bipolar, or there's not like one cure. Even if it comes to medication, you know, medication does help, and I'm definitely not anti-medication. Like, I feel like some people need meds, some people don't. Just let people do what they want to do. But me personally, I feel like there's not just one cure to it, because honestly, I hate to say it and I don't want it to be discouraging to anybody, but I don't feel like there is a cure to anxiety or depression. I feel like it gets easier as time goes on, and things tend to help it over the time, over months and days and years. Things start to help you cope with it, but I don't think it just completely ever goes away. So let me just kind of start where, and if y'all hear some talking in the background, don't mind that, that's my family. I just wanted to start where it all kind of started for me. To be honest, I've always been an anxious person, like always, even since I was a child. I remember like going to bed and like wondering if I locked the door, or locking doors when I was in the car alone, or blowing out candles, or just doing little stuff, because I used to be so anxious that something bad would happen. In that, no, I was still a happy child, don't get me wrong, but I was an anxious girl. I've always been anxious, I've always been sensitive, I've always been me. I've always just been anxious. As I got older, I would say it started to get worse around elementary school. I feel like that was when, yes, I remember back to elementary school, but that was when I didn't really feel it too much. Like, even though, like I said, I was an anxious child, I didn't really feel it. But then when I got into middle school, there was a lot of things. I had to switch schools, I had to make new friends, and like, I just remember being like so anxious, like no matter what I did. Like, I was just such an anxious person, and sometimes I even like seemed like a bitch because I was so anxious. And even now, still today, people probably still think I'm a bitch, but most of the time I'm really just anxious, and that's why I'm really how I am. So middle school, like, I'm not gonna trauma dump for nothing, but middle school was just really hectic. I kind of had a culture shock because I went from like a damn near all white school to an all black school, and it was just a lot. It was really a lot. So moving on to high school, I would say I opened up way more. Like, high school, my freshman year was like probably my best year of school, period. Like, freshman high school was a really good year. So freshman year holds a special place in my heart. I was so social, I had so many friends, I was I guess you would say, popular. I was like outside, like I was that girl. I'm still that girl, but I was that girl. So coming into my sophomore year of high school, I was still pretty much in the scene, social, outside, had my friends. Around sophomore year, I started to kind of break off, like beginning of sophomore year, kind of to like started to break off with my friends. Got in a relationship. That was the whole thing in middle school too. I had a relationship. It was real toxic, all of that. But yeah, got in a relationship sophomore year. That ended badly. Then in the sophomore year, I stopped like really being friends with people. Like I kind of just went into my shell. Like I was not interested in like being friends with people no more, because like it was just too much happening at once. And then in the sophomore year, then here came beginning of junior year, and that's when my dad passed away, which was currently 2023, early 2023. So I just basically, I had got back into that toxic relationship when my dad passed away, and I was just in a really bad headspace. Like nothing was going right. I had just lost my best friend. I had just lost the boyfriend that I had previously to that. I had just literally lost completely my father. Like I was going through a lot at that one time, and it really made me feel alone and anxious, of course, because y'all know I'm an anxious girl. So I felt so anxious and just depressed and sad, and I was so unhappy with myself. And that's when I began to just stop like caring, really. I just stopped caring about life. I stopped wanting to do things that I enjoyed. I stopped caring to talk to people. Like I didn't want to socialize. I barely wanted to go to school. Junior year, I probably missed, that was probably the most days I missed, because I was in such a vulnerable state, and like that's when it really started to get so bad that I couldn't sleep at night. Like I remember there was a time where I had such bad insomnia that I would stay up to like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like nothing was working, not melatonin, I was trying like so many different things and nothing was working. And I ended up having to get a psychiatrist to diagnose me, and that's when I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, and that's when I started the night medication. So yeah, I just had to really catch y'all up on all of that, because you know, you gotta know how it all started. Then once I started to get on that medication, just really, it kind of changed everything a little bit. Like the medication, and I still currently take it. So this medication just like, it did help me go to sleep, of course, but it also made me tired all the time, made me feel groggy, made me feel like I couldn't get anything done. Like I was just tired all of the time. I was sluggish. I just did not feel like my best self. Like, and so essentially that's what drove me into the depression part too. But also, y'all know the other factors like my dad, and then the year I'm in now is 2024. So I get diagnosed. I get diagnosed. I leave the toxic relationship. Now we're in 2024, and my great grandma passes. She passes in March of 2024. So, you know, that's a lot. A short amount of time. The depression part really started to get worse and worse. And 2025 was a really depressing freaking year for me. Like, it was so many challenges, so many obstacles. On the outside looking in, it looked like I was getting so much done. I had prom, I had graduation, I had this, I had that. But in the midst of all of that, I did not feel happy at all. Like, I did not feel happy. Nothing I did was like making me feel happy. And so, yeah, now we're in 2026. I'm here. I'm feeling better. Like I said, depression and anxiety is something that is just not gonna go away with one cure or overnight. So I do feel better, but you know, it's still in there somewhere. So now I'm gonna kind of break down, see out like how I'm kind of overcoming it currently, what I'm doing to help, and just go really in depth. So first I would say, don't set dumb expectations for yourself. Like, don't set extremely high expectations for yourself, because then you will always let yourself down. Like, literally, don't set crazy expectations, especially when you see something on social media and you feel like, dang, my life is not like this. Like, that's so depressing. My life is not like this, so I'm so depressed. My life is not like this, so stop comparing yourself to people on social media. First of all, social media is fake. Second, those people are not you. Those people are not suffering from the same things you are suffering from. Those people have not went through the same things you have went through. Those people are not you. So that is where you need to start. Stop. Focus on your life. And like I said, stop setting these high expectations for yourself just because you see other people doing them. And I would say, I don't want to be cliche and say start to appreciate your life, because when you're depressed, that's not really something you could just do easily. Like, you can't just turn around and be like, oh, I'm gonna start appreciating life. Blah, 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 blah. You can't really. Like, you have to find, and like I said in my TikTok, you have to find that thing that's gonna make you stay. You have to find that thing that's gonna make you feel like I have to stay alive. I have to keep living. I have to keep pushing. For me, it is my dad and my niece. Those two people, they keep me pushing forward. They keep me doing and doing and doing. So you have to have that thing or that person or that place or that pet or anything that keeps you pushing. You have to think of just one thing. Even if it's a goal, even if it's whatever it is. Like, no matter what it is, you have to focus on that to keep pushing. Now, second, y'all gonna get a little mad with me, but I'm gonna tell you, you have, like I said, don't set high expectations for yourself, but you have to stop comparing yourself to others. You have to stop comparing your life to others. And on top of that, you have to start appreciating what you have. Point blank, period. Because if you don't appreciate what you have, and not just materialistic, but if you don't just appreciate the people you may have, the goals you may have, the like, or if you just, let me put it more like this, appreciate that you are alive. Appreciate that fact, because all of this materialistic stuff and all of this stuff that you have, it may be good for a split second, but at the end of the day, you have to appreciate that you're alive. You have to appreciate that you're here, that you were given the chance to live a life. Appreciate that. Appreciate yourself, your body, your skin, your hair, your feet, everything. Appreciate everything about yourself, because you have to think about it. Some people were not given the chance to live. So appreciate that, you know. And then on top of that, appreciate what you have, you know. Appreciate your family, friends. If you don't have that, appreciate your dog, cat, turtle, fish. Appreciate what You have your clothes, your house, your food, your water, your shelter, whatever. Appreciate all of it. Appreciate all of it, because all of it is something to be grateful for. You have to remember that. Next, I would say pour, I don't want to say pour into yourself, but basically, yeah, pour into yourself. Pour into your, not just your life, but yourself. Like yourself, your mental. If you know there are certain circumstances that are keeping you in a depressing state, that means, what do you need to do? You need to change those circumstances. And if you can't change those circumstances, you have to stay grateful for what you do have and work towards changing those circumstances. It's gonna be hard. It will be hard. It will be very, very hard. And sometimes you won't want to live. Sometimes you won't want to wake up. Sometimes you won't want to do it. But you just have to. Next thing I would say, like I said, if you can't change your circumstances, like I said, being grateful is so very important. Because y'all just don't even know, like, yeah. And pour into yourself in other ways too. Even in the material ways, you know. If you like to shop, I mean, don't do nothing stupid. If you like to shop, go shop. I love shopping. As y'all see, I love clothes. I love hygiene. I love all of that. That's one of my ways of pouring into myself. Hygiene is important. It's a thing. It's a necessity. But like, I mean, I take it a little too far. But I'm just saying, like, you know, you have to find those other ways to pour into yourself too. If you like to read, if you like to play games, if you like to walk, run, exercise, like, just find those things to pour into yourself too. Not just keep going back to like the social media thing, bro. Like, I know it's ironic that a content creator tells you this, but y'all, as y'all see, if you know me, you know I have a regular life. A very regular, boring life. And I'm not gonna be one to tell you to, I'm just gonna be real. Like, I have a regular life, and I compare myself to people on social media sometimes. Like, so just don't do that, okay? And I would also say, find your passion. Try things. Try new things. Find your passion. The one that you love. The one that you will want to nurture for years and years and years. Find it. And keep doing it. And keep doing it. And build something. Because content is my passion. Like, I love this. I love doing this. Like, I really love it. So you need to find that passion that you can build and build and build on, no matter what. You need to find that. If y'all want another video like this, I can make one. Just let me know in the comments. But as of right now, that is all I can think of to say. So if y'all do want another one, just make sure you comment, make sure you like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe. We're on the way to 1K. So yeah. And yeah, y'all, I want to help y'all in whatever way I can. So let's help each other, child. So yeah, love you, and